리차드 도킨스, Outgrowing's God. Chapter 8, Step Toward Improbability. The previous chapter was filled with amazing examples of animals beautifully built, displaying uncannily perfect color pattern, and doing apparently clever things to assist their survival. After each story I asked, must there not have been a designer, a creator, a wise God who sorted it all out and made it happen? What exactly is it about those examples? And you could tell similar story for every animal and plant that ever lived. That makes people think there had to have been a designer. The answer is improbability. And I now need to explain what I mean by that. When I say something is improbable, we mean it's very unlikely to just happen by random chance. If you take 10 pennies and toss them on the table, you'd be surprised if all 10 came up heads. It could happen, but it's very unlikely. If you enjoy arithmetic, you might like to work out just how unlikely, but I'm content to say very. If somebody did the same thing with 100 pennies, it's still just possible they'd all come up heads. But it's so very, very, very improbable that you'd suspect a trick. And you'd be right. I'd bet everything I have that it was a trick. If you are toasting pennies, it's easy, well, straightforward, at least to calculate the odds against a particular outcome. But something like the improbability of the human eye or the cheetah's heart, we cannot calculate it exactly just by using arithmetic, like we can read the pennies. But we can say that it's very, very improbable. Things like eyes and heart don't just happen by luck. It's this improbability that tempts people to think they must have been designed. And my task in this chapter and the next two ones is to show that this thinking is mistaken. There was no designer. The improbability remains whether you are talking about the improbability of an eye or an improbability of a creator capable of designing an eye. There has to be some other solution to the problem of improbable things, and the solution was provided by Charles Stein. For a living body, the equivalent of toasting pennies might perhaps be to scramble the bit of an eye, say, at random. The lens could end up at the back of the eye instead of the front. The retina could be in front of the cornea instead of behind the lens. The iris diagram could close when it's dark and open when it's light, instead of the sensible way around. Or often when you hear a trumpet and close when you smell an onion. The lens could be pitch black and not let any light through, instead of clear and transparent. Even having a retina or an iris diaphragm at all wouldn't happen if you scrambled a bit of them at random. Or imagine a randomly scrambled cheetah. It could have all four legs on one side, so it keeps toppling over sideways. The rear legs could be stuck on backward, so they gallop in the opposite direction to the front legs, and the cheetah doesn't move either forward or backward, but try to tear itself in half. The heart could be connected to the windpipe, so it pumps air instead of the blood. The cheetah could have teeth in its backside instead of in its mouth. And the totally scrambled cheetah wouldn't have legs or heart or teeth at all. It would be jumbled mess. A pureed cheetah smoothie. This is just silly, and I'm sure you realize there's an infinite number of ways you could scramble the bit of the cheetah, and only a tiny number of them could run. What see? What smell? What have babies? Why need to stay alive? There's an infinite number of ways you could scramble the bit of the chameleon, and only a tiny number of them could shoot a tongue out at an insect. It's completely obvious that animal and plant do not come about by random chance. Whatever else in the explanation for cheetah and gazelle, the lightning past the chameleon tongue, the chromatophores, and iridophores, and leucophores of the squid. It cannot be random chance. Whatever is the true explanation for all the million of animal and plant, which cannot be luck. We can all read about that. So, what's the alternative? Unfortunately, at this point, many people go straight down the wrong path. They think the only alternative to random luck is a designer. If that is what you think, you are a good companion. It's what almost everybody thought until Charles Darwin came along in the middle of the 19th century. But it's wrong. It isn't just a wrong alternative. It's no alternative at all. The wrong argument was most famously expressed by the Reverend William Paley in his 1802 book, Natural Theology. Imagine you are out for a walk on a heath. Archdeacon Paley said, and you happen to kick a stone. You are not impressed by the stone. You just happen to be there. And you just happen to have the knob, irregular, knobby shape it has. A stone is just a stone. It doesn't stand out from all the other stones. But now say, Paley, suppose you stumbled over another stone, but watch. A watch is complicated. Open up the bag and you see lots of cogwheel, springs, delicate little screw. In Paley's time, of course, this wouldn't have been a modern digital wristwatch. It should have been a mechanical timepiece, a pocket watch, with a beautiful and expertly crafted movement. And all those tiny interlocking parts work together to do something useful. In this case, tell the time. Unlike the stone, the watch couldn't have just happened by luck. It had to have been deliberately designed and put together by a skilled watchmaker. Of course, you can easily see where Paley was going with this. Just as the watch must have had a watchmaker, the eye must have an eye maker, the heart must have had a heart maker, and so on. It's possible you are now even more persuaded by Paley's point than you were before, even more reluctant to hear that it's wrong and that there